All right, guys, let's get into some MLB plays and props for Tuesday, April 23rd slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I am 0-1 on the game picks. I gave out the White Sox plus a half in the first 5 versus the Twins, and the White Sox did not get a run on the board. They had chances, bases loaded, with 1 out, and it was not good. A little fly out the first and a strikeout just sent a steak knife through my heart. We did not cash the plus a half. The Twins put up a lot of runs on them, and my player prop is going to be going over in a little bit.
Yeah, I gave out the under 7.5 runs between the Tigers and the Rays. You know, if you told me the Rays scored 1 run, I'd have been very excited. I would have said easy cash. Tigers put up 7. So I got hooked. They scored 8. I had the under 7.5, 0-1 day. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yep, no preface earlier. I gave out Young Ho Lee over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs versus the Mets. That game just started, so nothing to note there. I also gave out JP Sears under 4.5 strikeouts versus the Yankees. That was my loss. Sears, best outing of the year against the Yankees. Struck out 7 batters. Aaron Boone got ejected in the first inning. Wasn't even his fault.
Yeah, I saw a fan yelled or something.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was, what a sad game that was. I think it was, 0-0 through 10?
Yeah, it was an ugly game.
Wow. Thank God I didn't have to watch that game. My player props are Reed Detmers, over 6.5 strikeouts at plus money going up against the O's. Game hasn't started yet. Player prop, Jorge Soler, over 1.5 bases against the New York Mets. Game has not started yet, so looking for a 2-0 day there. Trey, let's go to the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and my game has not dropped on FanDuel or DraftKings yet, but it does have a line on cover, so that's what I'm going to be coming at you guys with. It's going to be this Milwaukee Brewers going up against Pittsburgh Pirates game. This is going to be an entertaining game to watch. That is, if you enjoy watching runs. Give me the over 8 total runs in this game. If it drops at 8.5, I still love it because I expect we're going to see some dingers in this game. The Brewers, they're throwing out Wade Miley here, and he has simply not been great at all this year. Buckland, guys, he is bottom 1% of the major leagues in the following category. So that probably equates to worst 5 pitchers in the major leagues. An expected ERA with 8.69 ERA, strikeout rate with a 6.7 strikeout rate, expected on base percentage with a 439, and expected batting average with 348. All those advanced stats say simply we should expect the Pirates to light him up in this game. And the Pirates, they're throwing out one of my favorite pitchers in Bailey Falter, and he's been pretty average this year. He's been actually better than I expected him to be, but he's still pretty average with an expected ERA of 4.28, and he's also bottom 5 in strikeout rate with 12.7. So with both these pitchers, all those stats tell me we're going to see a lot of balls in play in this game. Whenever we combine both of those pitchers with both starting batting lineups, we should see a ton of runs. Simply put, both these teams can put up runs on you because they combine to average 10.06 runs per game. And I fully expect them to reach double-digit runs here in this game as well. These bad starting pitchers are going to be handed off to a bullpen that combined to average 7.51 earned runs per game. So we're going to see some runs in this game. I'm all here for it. Give me the over 8 total runs in the Brewers versus Pirates game.
Yep, like to play there for you, Trey. For my play today, we're going to be looking at the Washington Nationals going up against the Dodgers. My favorite guy is going to be on the mound. It only comes around one time every 5 games for the Nationals. You know, I love this team. I love this franchise. What I do not love is Patrick Corbin and Steven Strasburg took all of our money, and they're actively causing us to lose games. Give me the Dodgers in this game. One of the best teams in baseball in the first 5, minus 1.5 alternate line in the first 5. And give me the Dodgers to go over their team total. Probably going to come out about 5.5 or 6.5 as the plays. The Dodgers are coming into this game after losing 2 of the 3 to the New York Mets, and they have also lost 2 of the 3 in back-to-back-to-back series with the Padres, the Nationals, and the Mets. For the last team they played, I think you could probably figure out which game Patrick Corbin was pitching in the game that they lost to the Dodgers, or that the Dodgers beat them. It was the one loss of the series for the Nationals. In that game, Patrick Corbin, he was out there too long. 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs. He walked 4 people. It is basically tradition now for Patrick Corbin to go out there, pitch 5 or 6 innings, give up around 8 hits and 4+ runs in every single game. I would say he's the most consistently bad pitcher in the MLB. Nobody can beat how bad he sucks. The Dodgers coming in this game with a win in the last game, beating the Mets by 10. They put up 10 runs in that game. The offense is coming in with a lot of momentum. I love the first 5 because we're going to have Patrick Corbin for all 5 innings, and And we've got Jane Paxton on the mound, who has been probably the best all-around pitcher for the Dodgers in the rotation this season. He's coming in with a 2.81 ERA, going 5+ innings in every game so far, and he's only given up 10 hits on the season. This is going to be a blowout. Give me the Dodgers alternate spread -1.5 in the first 5, and the Dodgers team total over as the 2 plays. Trey, let's go with the props. Have you started us off?
Yep, I agree with Bear wholeheartedly. Give me Mookie Betts to go over 1.5 total bases against the Nationals. I love this over for Betts in this game. He is in the midst of an MVP caliber season. That's because he's batting .355 with a .469 on base percentage. That is honestly pretty wild for almost a month into the MLB season. And whenever we dive a little bit deeper and look at the advanced stats, he is still elite with an expected batting average of .328 with a 17.7 walk percentage, which are both top 3% of the major leagues. And whenever we look at his matchup versus the Nationals, Barry touched on it, it makes me love it even more. That's because Washington, they're throwing out Patrick Corbin. And Corbin, he has been absolutely brutal with an expected batting average allowed of .336, which is bottom 2% of the MLB, an expected ERA of .662, which is in the bottom 8% of the league. We're going to see Betts get on base multiple times in this game and maybe even hit a dinger. That's because Betts, he's 7 for 14 in his career against Patrick Corbin with 2 massive dingers. Give me Mookie Betts to go over 1.5 total bases versus the Nationals.
Yep, Trey, love the play there. For my batting prop today, I'm going to take Ronald Acuna Jr. to go over 1.5 bases going up against the Marlins. The Miami Marlins are continuing to struggle this season. It's not just the hitting. It's been a lot of the starting pitching as well. The Braves are coming into this game as one of the most dangerous teams with the bat in their hand. And we're going to take one of the best hitters in baseball to go over his number going up against A.J. Puck. A.J. this season with the Miami Marlins has started in 4 games. He's taken a loss in all 4 of those games. He's already allowed 17 runs to be scored as well, only going 13+ innings pitched, allowing 19 total hits on the year. He's coming into this game with a 9.22 ERA, and his control has been some of the worst in baseball, walking 17 people so far. Going up against the Braves, if you're struggling with your placement or your pitches, this might be one of the worst teams to do that against. You can't miss your spot against the Atlanta Braves, and you can't miss your spot going up against Ronald Acuna Jr. He's hitting .300 again to start the season, collecting 23 hits already in the 20 games played. He's just simply a monster, especially over the last 10 games. He's collected double-digit hits in 5 of the last 9 games, and he's collected at least 1 hit in 8 of the last 9 games. Give me him in here again to light up the scoreboard, go over 1.5 bases as the play. Trey, let's go with the pitching props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Cristopher Sanchez here to go over his strikeouts versus the Reds. Ignore the graphic. That's supposed to say over. I love this over for Sanchez in this game. We're going to see him strike out a ton of batters here, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is because Sanchez, he's pitching elite this season with a 27.2 strikeout rate. That's because he's averaging 6.25 strikeouts per game. And I also expect him to reach 7+ strikeouts here in this game. That's because of his matchup versus the Reds. Historically, Sanchez, he has dominated Cincinnati. In his 2 career starts against them, he's averaged 7.5 strikeouts per game, and I expect him to reach that number here in this game. That's because Cincinnati, they love to strike out. In fact, they strike out an average of 9.76 times per game, which is the 7th most in the major leagues. I expect Sanchez to have a great outing here, so give me Cristopher Sanchez to go over his strikeouts versus the Reds.
Yeah, Trey, I like to play there for you. For my pitching prop, I let him slide the last week. I'm not letting basically free money walk away this week. Taking Patrick Corbin to go over his total runs allowed going up against the Dodgers. There are a few people in the league who mimic the operations of a pitching machine. We have Miles McCollum, who has actually gained a lot of traction in the streets of St. Louis for the nickname The Pitching Machine is going to stick with him. Patrick Corbin, he's another guy who goes out there and throws straight cookies right down the middle of the plate, and he has no ability to stop anybody from hitting his pitches. The really bad thing about Patrick Corbin is that for some reason, the Nationals still think that he's good. He should be pulled after the 3rd inning every single time because once teams understand what he's going to be throwing at him, he just crumbles at the plate. He just crumbles on the mound. Go look at the number for yourself. 2nd time around, 3rd time around, whenever he faces batters, the averages are probably around 500 for the hitter. Looking at the games he's been in this season, 22+ innings pitched, 36 hits, 20 earned runs. He's given up 9+ hits in 3 consecutive games. And the best part about Patrick Corbin is that he does all of this without giving up a lot of home runs. He just consistently throwing chocolate chip, double chocolate chunk chip, Dunkaroo cookies right down the plate. Teams hit more doubles, more singles against him than any other pitcher in the league. Give me Patrick Corbin here again over his total runs. It's basically free money as the play. Trey, let's go with the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I want the over 8 total runs in the Brewers versus Pirates game. Both these pitchers suck, so we're going to see a lot of runs here. And the 2 lineups are pretty good. Also going with Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases versus the Nationals. Bears' favorite pitcher's on the mound on his favorite team, so I gotta love to fade him. Also going with Cristopher Sanchez over his strikeouts versus the Reds. He's going to strike out a lot of people as long as he gets past Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dodgers here. I didn't see what it was. -1.5 on the first 5 alternate spread. I'm assuming it's going to be plus money by a lot. What was it?
I think it was like plus 118.
Wow, okay. -1.5 plus 118 on the first 5. That is embarrassing for the Nationals. Oh, my God. And then the Dodgers team total over 6.5. Is that what it was, or was it out?
It was over 5.5.
Okay, over 5.5 as the plays there. Then Ronald Acuna Jr. over 1.5 bases against the Marlins. They've got some horrible pitching right now. Horrible batting, horrible pitching, horrible team. And then my guy, the pitching machine, Patrick Corbin, over 2.5 earned runs against the Dodgers. That one could potentially be over in the first inning. I would not be surprised at all if that is over in the first inning. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB Picks and Props for Tuesday, April 23rd, slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want, NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,